Welcome back to the early, late evening show with Penelope Morrison. Tragedy strikes in Russia. Ivan Ilyich Golovin dies of unknown illness. We sent one of our lackluster and underachieving correspondents onto the scene, Gary Winthorpe. We'll take you to him right now.
Hi, I'm Gary Winthorpe, your personal news correspondent. I'm here at Ivan Ilyich's funeral service to interview some of his family members and learn about who he was. Oh, it's Federovna. Excuse me, can I interview you?
Oh, of course.
What do you miss most about your husband?
What I miss most about my husband? Oh, my husband. I miss him so much. But wait, I will never know what to do without him because he brought all the income into our family and with his job. Is this off the record?
Yeah, it's completely off the record.
Well, if we're being completely honest, I only miss his money. That was the only thing he was useful for.
Oh. So what were your initial reactions to your husband's illness?
It was so unbearing to hear. He became so sad and it was gonna tear our marriage apart. But then again, I was so over his weeping of pain and curiosity about his illness. I could not and would not believe that he was dying. No one in our society ever died. My husband was not going to be the first. Honestly, I hated him. He cried about everything and I could not stand it. I wanted him dead as fast as I possibly could. And his money? Oh, I just wanted his money. That's all.
Do you think that you and your family will be able to recover from this tragic loss?
I don't think we will ever be able to recover from this loss. It was so hard on us, and he was just the best thing that happened to us. My son, oh my, he will never be able to recover. He loved his father so very much. I'm over his death. I am so glad he's gone, and so is my daughter. Lisa is so happy for him to be gone too. We wanted him gone because he was never happy for the rest of us. Now my son, on the other hand, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Okay, so we're catching people leaving the funeral service now. Oh, it's Lizanka and her fiance. This is Ivan Ilyich's daughter. May I interview you?
I suppose. I'll catch up with you later.
Did you have a close relationship with your father?
A close relationship with my father, well, I suppose. He did give me many gifts, lots of jewelry. I guess he was proud of me. But he was always so distant. He was never supportive of my relationship with my fiance, I think. But I guess that's due to his illness. He was very irritable, always fighting with my mother, always screaming.
How will you go about keeping his memory alive?
Oh, well, I don't know. I guess I'll put a photo up in my house of him since I recently got engaged. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I just want to fit in with society. I feel that everybody is trying to get me to mold into what they want me to be, and I think that that's what I should do. I think that maybe I'll name my son after him, and I think that that's what would be respected of me if I did that and kept my father's memory alive.
So as we can tell, Ivan Ilyich was a very well-respected man in society. Oh, sir, were you at Ivan Ilyich's funeral service?
Yes, earlier today.
How do you know him?
I was a servant boy.
Oh, can I interview you?
Yes, sir.
So how did Ivan Ilyich's illness impact your life?
It was no big burden. I was happy to help the old man. He was dying and I felt sorry for him. I pitied him. So I helped him during his day-to-day tasks. It got out of hand sometimes, having to help with other things that, other people won't be comfortable doing. But I was happy to help because, he was going through something and I wanted to feel like I was there for him.
Do you believe that Ivan Ilyich lived a fulfilling life?
He may have. He treated me with kindness and sympathy. But I did notice, however, he'd always go out with his associates playing whist and other things, engaging in not the best practices. But he treated me with kindness and I could see the good in him. I hope he lived a fulfilling life and I hope he's doing well up there. I also noticed how his wife never really interacted with him, not as much as she should have. And this turmoil in his family led him to be really isolationist, and that really caused him a lot of pain when he died. I hope he was able to find things to do, and I hope he's in heaven. Is that good?
So in review today, we've interviewed Federovna, Lizanka, and Jerison. Oh my god, it's Ivan Ilyich.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Can we interview you?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the most memorable moment of your life?
Oh, the most memorable moment of my life. This goes way back to my childhood. Those were the best times. They were the most pure and most untainted times of my life. They had a lot of fun back then. Later I graduated and all these things happened in my life, but that just made my life worse and more ruled by propriety. Really poisoned me and just took me down. I'm really glad in my final days I was able to overcome that and regain happiness, and I said to him.
Are you gonna miss your family dearly?
I'll miss Vasya. He was a really gentle, tender soul. I really wish I could have been there for him more during my life. He was very nice and he had a lot of qualities in him that I admire, like the ones that Jerasim had inside. I will not miss Praskovia. Good riddance. I hated her and her falsities, the way she acted around me, the way she conducted herself. It wasn't right. It didn't fit with me. I know that's some of the things that I've been doing most of my life, but I've learned and I hope they can too.
Why did you spend all your time playing whist instead of with your family?
That's a good question, and I wish I could give you a good answer. I wish I could go back in time and change those times where I used to run away from my problems playing whist. The time I did it because I thought it was socially acceptable to run away from my problems like that. You know, let all my problems work themselves out. But now, after my death, I can look back on my life, and in hindsight, I see that was never the way to conduct myself. It was wrong and I shouldn't have done that. I should have faced my problems and solved them instead of running away from them and with distractions like whist and other women.
So, we're back. So, Gary, what did you learn about these people?
Well, after many of my interviews, I reflected and I learned that many of them live in denial that they're gonna die one day. They're more concerned about following propriety and what other people think about them. It's kind of sad, but that's how they live their lives.
I agree. And what about that servant boy? What was his name? Jerasim?
Jerasim. He was a nice lad. He really cared about Ivan and wanted to actually help willingly.
So, I guess we can conclude that the people in Ivan Ilyich's life, they were just concerned about the propriety and how to conform to society rather than the real things that mattered in life. I'm Penelope Morrison. You're watching the late evening show. Good night.